In this tutorial video, I will be replicating the design you see on the screen. This design is a design from a design challenge hosted by the design king, a renowned graphic designer. So this DESIGN-ATHON is a design challenge in which we'll be holding for the next 21 days. So I will be creating, for the next 21 days, I will be creating the designs and I'll keep uploading them on YouTube here. So I pray this will be possible. I will have the time to do this. So make sure in the next 21 days, you keep to this channel, put on your subscribe button and put on the notification bell to get notified whenever there is new upload. So we will be replicating, I will be replicating the design you are seeing on the screen. So yeah, this is the design. This is the design. This is the design which is to be replicated. So I will be showing you everything, how everything you are seeing on the screen, how it can be done just with your Pixellab app as a smartphone designer, how you can replicate this design just with the Pixellab app. So to replicate this design, I don't know the size of the design. I don't know the size of the design and I need to know the size of the design. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to click on these three icons here. So once I click on the three icon there, I will click on use image from gallery. Then I will import the design. So like you can see, the design is now imported into the Pixellab app. So looking here, you can see we have this icon here. You click on this, then you can see something like image size. Click on image size. Then using that, you can get the size of the image. You can see the width is 1024 and the height is 1280 with the aspect ratio of 4:5. So this is the size of the design. So let's say we want to create our size. So let's go back. This is go back to size, then click on this. This is 1024, I think 1280. So you can see this is the size. This is the size of the design. So now I already have the background available. All the resources I'll be using in this video, I will be putting the link to download the resources in the video description. So if you want to create, you might want to recreate the design as well. I will be putting the link in the video description. So let's use this. So this is use image from gallery. So I'm going to click on use image from gallery. Then I'm going to be importing the background. So this is the background we will be using in creating the design. Let's import the design so as for us to be able to copy the color, because we are going to be using the exact color used in creating the design. So this is the design. So I'm going to place it here. Looking at the design, you can see there is a circle shape in between on which the prophet, the minister and the host will be placed, their image is placed on. That is the first thing we will be creating. So now we are going to create the circle shape. You click on this, then you click on shape to create the shape. Then let's increase the size of this. Then let's place it here. Then the next thing you can see at the center of this shape, looking at this, we can see the background. The background is reflecting. There is a space between the circle. If we are to use a stroke, using the stroke, we can't achieve a thicker circle like this with stroke. So to create that, I will be using the circle instead. So let's place this here. I will create another circle shape, which will be more smaller than this, using another color. So the circle shape will be more smaller than the first one. Will be more smaller than this one. So I'm going to create this circle shape. Make sure it is more smaller than the first one. So just like this, let's make sure it is placed at the center. Then I'm going to merge the two shapes together. To merge it together, I just click on this, then you click on the two shapes. You mark the two shapes, then you click on this and click on OK. Then the two circles has been merged together. Then you move down to make sure it is selected. You move down to erase color. Then you enable this. Once you enable it, automatically anything white on the design, on anything you will use this erase color on, anything white would be erased off. But we are not removing the white color. The color we want to remove is the yellow color. So I'm going to use the color picker. This is the color picker next to one. So I'm going to use this, then select, make sure this circle shape is on the yellow color. Then you click on this mark icon. You can see automatically, you can see the yellow color has been removed. So now let's look onto the next thing. Looking at this, you can see we have another circle shape at the middle. So just create the circle shape. So like this, we have another circle shape like this at the middle. So something like this. But looking at this design, you can see on the upper hand we have the orange color and the yellow color. That is gradient. To create that, we are going to use the gradient. And the lower hand, you can see we have something like light blue and the deeper blue. Now, how do we create that? How do we create separate color on the same color, different color on the same circle, right, on the same shape? Now, how do we do that? Let's copy. You copy this circle shape, the bigger circle, the outer one. Copy the circle. Then we are going to place it on each other like this. Let's make one of the circle invisible. One of the circle we will be making it invisible. Looking at this, you can see at the edges of the circle we have something like quadrilateral triangle. So now to create this triangle, you go to shape. You see triangle. You can see the triangle. Then we are going to adjust the triangle to fit in to look like the triangle. So just like this. Let's change the color so that we can see clearly. So let's change the color. We are going to be using the certain color. So click on this plus icon. Then you click on this pencil icon to select the color. This is the green color. So we select the green color like this. So now let's place this here. Let's place this here. At the other end of the circle, you can see there is still another shape. So copy this. We are going to copy this. Then turn it around, placing it on the other end of the circle like this. Then we are going to change the color because it is of different color. So select the color. This is a blue color. Let me say blue or whatever color it is. So you can see just like that, the color is now changed. Let's log this to the screen interface. So that's that about that. So to the next one is how the color of the outer circle, the shape, the outer circle with different color, how that was created. So the circle shape, let's work on the first circle shape. You can remember on the first, I told you to copy one of the circles, place it on each other. So we are going to be cutting the circle. So you select one of the circle, then one circle is now available for us. We've made the other circle, we've make it invisible. So now I'm going to be cutting the circle. So let's change this to another color. Let's change this to red like this. Change this to red just like this. Change this to red. Then you merge the two shapes, you merge them together. You merge the one of the circles, the one that is visible, you merge it with this red shape. So this circle, we select it with this, then we merge it together. So click on OK to merge it together. So now merge together. So we now move to erase color, enable it, then use the color picker to remove the red color like that. You can see the red color is now removed. Now let's make the second shape. Let's make it visible. This is the second shape. Let's make it visible. So now we make the second shape visible. Let's make this invisible. The one we've cut away, let's make it invisible. Now the same thing we did on the first shape, we are going to be applying it on the second shape now. So now go to shape, create a shape like this, place it like this. Now let's change the color for this. Then we are going to merge the two together. We merge it together like this. Now move to erase color, then we erase off the red color. So you can see how that has been created. So you can see it is now different. You can see the shapes are now different. So now the first shape on top, it is orange and yellow, while the one below it is light blue and deep blue. So I will select the one on top to change the color to orange. So now move to color, enable the color, then you select gradient. We are going to be using gradient. To create a gradient color, just click on the plus icon here, then you select this, click on the color icon, this color icon, click on it, then you use the color picker on top here, this color picker, then you select the orange color from the design, select the orange color, click on OK. The next one is to select the yellow color. You click on this, then you click on the color icon, click on the color picker, then you select the yellow color like that. So you can see that now you can see how this is being created, how the gradient color is being created. So we click on OK. You can see how the gradient color is being created. So that is that about creating the gradient color. So now to the second shape, which is the one below, the same how we create the first gradient, that is how you are going to be creating the second gradient. Now click on color, enable the color, click on gradient, then you click on the plus icon here, click on this, then click on the color icon, click on color picker, then you select this blue. Okay, click on this, click on the color icon, then you select the lighter blue. You can see how that is created. So click on OK. This is facing like this, I think so. It is like this. So click on this. So you can see how this is now created. You can see how we separate the shades, how we separate the color using this trick in the Pixellab app. I hope you find this amazing. Please, as you are watching the video, please like the video. Don't forget to comment if you have any question, and subscribe on the YouTube channel so you can see how that is created. So now moving to the next one, let's drag. So we can, if you are looking at this design, the design we are replicating, you can see the shape is not moving to the top like this circle shape is. We place it at the center so that we can achieve a perfect everything, so as to make it perfect. Now to drag it down, we can drag it down. Just click on this. Now click on this margin, then you select everything, you select all. Now click on this, then you can click on this relative, you can click on this position, click on this, then you can drag everything. You can drag it down like this, so just like that. So just like that was created the circle shape at the center. Moving on is bringing in this the private image. Let's bring it in. Let's bring in the private image. Let's drag this to the top a little bit. So let's bring in the private image. So from the gallery now, so this is the first private. So now let's place this here. Then we are going to move this below here. So just like this. So just like this, we are going to place the private. The next one is to bring in the second private. So I don't have the image for the second private, but we are going to be using another image in place of that. So from the gallery, we bring in this second private. Now we bring this down as well. So let's bring it to the center like this. So just like this, we bring in the private image. So you can see how we brought in the private image. Now moving on the design, you can see this. We have some name on the top we have some name on the top, and we have some below. Let's create this below here. So let's move into the shape here. To create a shape like this, a curve shape like this, just increase the radius a little bit. Then let's change the color for the shape. Move down to color. We are going to be using the gradient color. So click on the plus icon here. Click on this, just like I've created the gradient color earlier. You click on this color icon. Click on this, then click on this. Then we are going to be selecting. We already have the color available, but let's try this. Select the deeper one. Okay, then click on this to select the lighter one, like this. Then you can see that. So just like this, to create something like this, you can still change it later, but let's just create something like this first. So increase the radius a little bit, then you place it below here, place it below here. Now we want to cut it. We want to make the shape to look just like this one. Go to shape. Now like this. I'm going to copy this white shape. Then like this. Then we are going to merge the two. We are going to merge the three together. Then clean off the white shape. Move to erase color. Then enable it. You can see the white shape is now removed. So I'm going to place this here. So just like that, I'll place that here. Now next to this, you can see some lines. So to create the lines, move to shape, reduce this, just like that. Reduce this. Then we are going to be placing this below this, beside this shape. Then change the color to black. Let's reduce the width. The width is not as long as that, so I'm going to reduce the width like this. Copy the shape. I will copy this line shape. This line, I will copy it. Then bring it down like this. So I'm going to bring this here. So just like this is created. So the test, we have some text beneath. We have some text. So let's create the test. Click on this A icon, click on test, then you can create the test. I think we have 𝗪𝗛𝗏 estate. Estate 69 junction before answer. Memorial Pharmacy. So we are going to change let's change the color for this. Then change the font. The font for this is 𝗪𝗛𝗏𝗏. I will put in the link to the font in the video description. So let's use 𝗪𝗛𝗏𝗏 semi-bold for this, and then reduce the size. Then let's bring this below here. So let's bring this below here. So just like this. So yeah, increase this. Make sure it is increased to fit in with this shape and the line on top. And then let's make this bold so that it can look somehow like the one we are replicating. So that we have another text below, which is come back and be blessed. So yeah, come back and be blessed. So okay, then we change the font for this as well. Font, make use of 𝗪𝗛𝗏𝗏 as well. Just make use of 𝗪𝗛𝗏𝗏 medium. then change the color to black and reduce the size. Then move to spacing, then increase the spacing just like that. If you can see, if you look at this, you will see the spacing was increased. So I think the spacing is too much, so let's reduce the spacing a little bit and then place it beneath this. So let's reduce this and make some adjustments. I think this is moving. This is too, so like this. Let's place this at the center. I think it's okay like that. So now this, all these apple shapes, let's adjust this and move this upward a little bit. So just like this. So now you can see on this shape, on this, let's lock all this to the screen interface so as to avoid the moving of it while moving other resources. So you can see here there is something like, we have something like these yellow curves at the edges of the shapes, at the edges of the design. You can see all these you can see all these curve lines. You can see it. So to create the curve line, move to your circle, increase the radius, reduce the opacity, then increase the stroke with it. Just increase it a little bit, like 6 is okay. So we increase the circle here. I think 6 is too much. Let's edit this. Reduce this a little bit, then increase this. So you can see this. If you look at this, I'm sorry, this is moving like I don't want it to. Let me bring this to the front. If you look at this, you can see it is cut away. It is cut away at some places. So to do that, let's just create some shape. So like this, increase the shape, bring the shape like this, copy this. So we are going to merge it together with the stroke. Merge it together with the stroke. Then erase off this. So you can see how that has been erased off. Then let's change the color for this. Let's change the color. This is the color for that. The color is somehow yellow. So after that, you can see there is another one which is the grain. You can see there is another one which is the grain. So to create the grain, let's just copy this the first one we've created. Let's copy it. Then I'm going to be erasing off some part. So move to eraser, then erase off some part. So just like this, I've erased off this. So now I will rotate this a little bit, then bring it here, and then change the color to green. I will change the color to green. Copy this. I will rotate this, then bring it here where it is. So let's lock all this to the screen interface. So you can see we've achieved all that. So let's create the other test now. Let's create the other test. The first, let's create this 3 p.m. GMT. So 3 p.m. GMT. So we change the font for this. Let's use 𝗪𝗲𝗏 medium. 𝗪𝗲𝗏 medium I think it's not going well for that. Let's reduce the size and check this a little bit. Let's change the font. Let's look for another font. Let's try 𝗧𝗲𝗏𝗏 regular. Let's use this 𝗪𝗲𝗏. So use the 𝗪𝗲𝗏, then change the color. You can see the color for that is yellow, and bring it on top of this blue here. On top of this blue, yeah. So just like that, and we have 3rd December 2023. Create another test. 3rd December 2023. Then we change the font for this. The font is 𝗪𝗲𝗏𝗏 regular. Then change the color to black, and then let's increase this a little bit and bring it here. So that is that about that beneath. So we are almost done with this. So here we have the fundraising in aid of land. So that is another test entirely. So click on this plus icon, click to create another test. Fundraising in aid of land. Okay, so we'll move to this font and change it to 𝗪𝗲𝗏 regular. Then looking at this, you can see it looks curved on this circle shape. So you move on to curve. So to make it curve like that, let's increase the size. Then move to curve to make it curve. So just like that, place it on top. So that is how that was created. Now looking at this prophetic, you can see I don't know how this is created yet, but I'm a creative. I need to be creative. We have to be creative. Copy a design like a creative person. So how do we do this? Let's do some tip. Let's do some tip. We are going to be tipping here. So let's go to our gallery. Open from gallery. Now here, where we have the design. Yeah. So select the design. Then you click on circle here. Then we cut out this. Once I know how to do this, I'm going to upload the tutorial for it. So I will create the tutorial. I hope to create the tutorial soon. So we cut out this. Then move on to erase color. Then we erase the color like this. Increase this. Then we place it at the center here. So that is that about that. So place it at the center just like that. So that is that about that. So now we have some things on top which we've not created. So you can see here we have the Covenant Embassy Worldwide, which is the name of the church. Covenant Embassy Worldwide. So the font, change the font to 𝗪𝗲𝗏𝗏𝗏 semi-bold. Reduce the size. Now to spacing, reduce the spacing. Then here, so here let's place this here. Now under the name of the church we have present. Let's change the font. For this, use 𝗪𝗲𝗏𝗏𝗏 medium. Then reduce the size. If you should look at this present, you will see there was a spacing between. The spacing is increased. So move to spacing to increase the spacing. Then you move on to here. So just like this. So we've created that. So beside here you can see something like join. Instead of wasting the time creating that, so I will just copy this. The first one we've created here. Copy this. Then we are going to be using this. So let's change this to green. So now we just have to change the color of this. We have to change it to green, just like this one. So to create the gradient, you change this to gradient, click on gradient, then you create the gradient just as we've been doing earlier. So click on the color icon, select the color from this. We have the deeper green here. Click on the second one, then select the lighter green. So just like this. Let's change this. So just like this. The color is not okay enough. So just like this, we've created that. Then we create the text on top of it, which is join us. Join us. Then change it to master and semi-bold. Looking at this, you can see at the center of this there is a church logo. The church logo is not provided, so from the tutorial we asked to just use any logo. So I have a logo I've created. So I have this. I'm going to just place this at the center. I'll place this at the center here. Then I'm going to change this. Click on text to create another text. So the name of the church is Covenant Embassy Worldwide. Create a CW text. Move to font to change the font. Let's just use any font. So reduce the font size. And I'm going to place it on this. So just like that, we've created everything on this design. So just like that, you can see we've created everything on this design. So after recreating the design like this, just save it. Clicking on the save icon, you save as image, then you change this to PNG, change this to Ultra, then you click on save to gallery to have the best resolution of your design. Save your design using this method. Save as PNG for image format, dimension as Ultra. Please, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.